10 English phrases for talking about the future. Number 1. It will happen any minute now. It will happen any day now. Use this phrase to say that an event is definitely going to happen very soon, but it is not known exactly when. For example, the doctors say she could have the baby any day now. Number 2. It's just around the corner. Just around the corner means that something will happen soon and you do know exactly when. For example, in the beginning of December, you could say that Christmas is just around the corner. Number 3. We're planning to move in the near future. In the near future also means soon, usually without knowing exactly when. But this phrase doesn't have the same sense of immediacy as any minute now or any day now. In the near future usually means a few weeks or months in the future. Number 4. It will happen in our lifetime. It won't happen in our lifetime. In our lifetime means in the next 50 to 60 years. For example, you could say, medicine is progressing very fast. I think a cure for cancer will be developed in our lifetime. Number 5. It's a sign of things to come. It's a taste of things to come. Use this phrase when something happens that indicates how things will be in the future. For example, if the economy is starting to get worse and worse, you could say, 3 people I know have lost their jobs recently. This is a sign of things to come, meaning that you believe many more people will lose their jobs in the future. Number 6. I'm counting the days until. Use this phrase when you are anxiously awaiting a future event. You want it to happen soon. For example, I'm counting down the days until my trip to the Caribbean. Number 7. Sooner or later. It's bound to happen eventually. Use these phrases to say that something will definitely happen sometime in the future. It may be soon or it may be far in the future. Number 8. I'll get around to it. Use this phrase to say that you will do something in the future when you have the time. It is usually used for activities that are not especially urgent. Number 9. I'll do it right away. I'll get right on it. Use these phrases to say that you will do something in the future as soon as possible. These expressions are used for urgent tasks. Number 10. Time will tell. Use this phrase to say that a situation is currently uncertain, but in the future it will become clear. For example, if you are discussing whether or not the country's new president is good, you could say, time will tell, to express that the answer will be revealed over the coming months and years. 10 English phrases for being rich and poor. Number 1. I'm short on cash. I'm hard up. I'm broke. These phrases are used to describe having very little money. I'm broke implies that you have no money available. Number 2. My bank account is overdrawn. When you have no money in your account and you try to take out more money, we say the account is overdrawn. Number 3. The company went bankrupt. To go bankrupt means that you don't have enough money to pay for your financial obligations. A company or a person can go bankrupt. When a company goes bankrupt, it usually shuts down. Number 4. He earns minimum wage. He's just scraping by. Minimum wage is the minimum salary required by law, and scraping by means barely managing to survive with very little money. Number 5. We're pinching pennies this month. We're scrimping and saving this month. The expressions pinching pennies and scrimping and saving mean trying to save money when you have very little money available. It means making changes to your lifestyle to reduce your expenses as much as possible. Number 6. She's quite well off. She's quite wealthy. Describing someone as well off or wealthy means the person is rich. You can also use the word well-to-do as an adjective. My neighbor is a well-to-do businessman. Number 7. They're loaded. They're filthy rich. Both loaded and filthy rich are slang words that mean a person is extremely rich. Number 8. He inherited a fortune. If a friend or family member dies and gives you their money, you have inherited the money. A fortune is a large amount of money. Number 9. She's raking in the money. She's raking in the cash. She's raking in the dough. If a person is doing something that is very profitable and earning a lot of money, you can say they are raking in the money. Dough is a slang word for money. Number 10. That's an upscale restaurant. Describing a place, brand, or product as upscale means it is designed for rich people. 10 English phrases for changing your mind. Number 1. I changed my mind. This is the simplest way to say that in the past you had one opinion or decision, but later you changed it. For example, I was going to buy a car, but then I changed my mind and bought a motorcycle instead. Number 2. I've had a change of heart. A change of heart is different from changing your mind. A change of heart refers to changing your feelings, attitudes, or behavior, usually to be more positive. For example, the boss told us we would have to work on the holiday, but then he had a change of heart and gave us the day off. Number 3. Hang on a minute. Hang on a second. Use these phrases to tell the other person to wait. They are often used when you are debating a decision and you need a little more time to think. Number 4. On second thought. Use this phrase to introduce your final opinion or decision, which you believe is better. Let's go to the mall this afternoon. Okay. On second thought, it's probably going to be really crowded because it's Friday. How about we go to the movies instead? Number 5. On reflection. Upon reflection. Use this phrase to say that you have given special thought or consideration to the decision before changing it. For example, I was thinking of becoming an engineer, but upon reflection I decided that teaching would be a better career choice for me. Number 6. After further consideration. This is a more formal phrase used to say that you have given additional consideration to the situation and changed your opinion or plan. It can be used in business English. We appreciate your taking the time to prepare the proposal, but after further consideration, we've decided not to continue this project. Number 7. He convinced me to. He persuaded me to. Use this phrase when another person influenced your decision. For example, I was planning on traveling to Mexico, but Dan convinced me to go to Costa Rica instead. Number 8. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I... Use this phrase to say that your previous decision or opinion was not logical. For example, I'm sorry, I really don't have the time to help organize the event. I don't know what I was thinking when I said yes. Number 9. I did a 180. The expression do a 180 means to completely change your opinions or feelings to the opposite position. For example, I used to make fun of people who don't eat meat, but after learning more about the subject, I did a 180 and I'm now a vegetarian myself. Number 10. She tends to be fickle. Describing a person as fickle means that the person is indecisive or changes their mind a lot. It's a person who isn't strong in their decisions.